In this session, we are discussing database systems versus file systems. We know that in case of high level language programming, we can have our data files, and on the data files, we can keep our data, and on those data, we can carry out insert, delete, update, searching operations. In case of database also, it is an organized collection of interrelated data of an enterprise, and on which we can carry out operations like insert, delete, update, searching and sorting and so on. So, one might feel that a file processing system can replace our database systems because that is the cheaper solution. But file processing systems will have multiple disadvantages and failures compared to the database systems. So, we are going to discuss those points and issues right now. So, the first point is data redundancy and inconsistency. One file processing system might have got developed through a long period of time, and different programming languages might have been used. So, as a result of that, the same data might have got replicated and copied onto the multiple data files. Let us suppose a particular age of a person has got written onto the multiple data files. So, during the update operation on that particular age value, we might have somehow carried out partial updations. That means some of the instances of that age have got updated and some has remained unaltered. In that case, it will bring inconsistency. That means if you ask what is the age of the person, you will be getting more than one answers, which is infeasible and ridiculous. So, that is known as data redundancy and inconsistency. So, different programming might have been used to develop that file processing environment, and same data might have got replicated into multiple sections. Next point is difficulty in accessing data. Difficulty in accessing data means, let us suppose we are having one database systems. So, there we can issue multiple different queries in the structured query language, and you can fetch our required data out from the database systems. But in case of file processing system, let us suppose some programming has been made to find out the maximum marks in mathematics, say. But if the respective user wants to find out the maximum marks in physics subject, in that case, either I shall have to do that one, get the maximum marks in physics manually, or I shall have to rewrite my program and I shall have to ask the application developer to rewrite the program so that that will satisfy my query. So, that is a very roundabout way. So, in case of database systems, we can easily execute queries through SQL queries we can execute, but in case of file processing system, such advantages are missing. Data isolation. Let us suppose the same data has got different data types and formats in different data files. Let us suppose the sex of a person. In one data file, it has been written as male, female. So, of the type text or string or worker2. But in other data files, the sex has been written as M and F. That means the sex is of the type character. In another data file, it has been written as true, false. So, it is of the type boolean. So, whenever we are trying to fetch the value of sex of a particular person, then I shall have to take this one into our account, that from which data file I am reading sex, accordingly the data type will be decided. So, this sort of data isolation problems are there in file processing environment. But in case of database systems, what will happen? We shall define the data type of sex in the first table where sex is getting defined. In other tables where we require the field like sex, we can go for attribute inheritance. That means the data type of sex in the first table where it was defined will be inherited to define the data type of the sex in the current table. So, there will be no mismatch of the data types and the format of that particular field sex. Next one is the integrative problems. Let us suppose the science students cannot take any book from the library of the commerce department. Commerce students cannot issue any book from the arts department or from the science department book libraries. So these are the different constraints. Third year students can take maximum 5 books at a time. Professors can take maximum 12 books at a time from the library. So these are the different integrity constraints. In case of file processing environment or in case of file systems, such integrity constraints are very difficult to get implemented. But in case of database management system, in case of database systems, we can easily handle such integrity constraints. Next one is our atomicity problems. Let us suppose there is a particular transaction where 500 rupees will be deducted from one account and should be added onto the second account. So 500 rupees will be in transaction from account 1 to account 2. So when the 500 rupees has been deducted from account 1, then due to some failure the system has crashed. So now next time when you shall revive the system back, in that case when you shall recover the system back, then in that case, in case of file processing environment or in case of file systems, the 500 rupees will be lost from the total accounting environment. But in case of database management system, then this 500 rupees will be either added to the target account which was not done, or it will be added to the target account so that I can get back my database with the previous instance. So atomicity problems means that a transaction will be executed either totally or not at all. Partial execution of a transaction will not be possible in case of database systems, but in case of file processing system you cannot ensure that one, because these sort of features are absent in file processing systems or file systems. Next one is concurrent access anomalies. So let us suppose husband and wife, they are having their joint account and the joint account is having 50,000 bucks. Okay. Now husband is having one debit card and wife is also having another supplementary debit card. So from the two different ATMs, they are trying to withdraw 40,000 from the same account accidentally on the same date, same time and on the same moment, same instance of time. So this is known as the concurrent access. In case of database management system, this concurrent access anomalies will be resolved. So let us suppose both these two transactions are hitting the server on the same moment of time, on the same instant of time. In case of database systems, what will happen? It will check for that particular bank account who is the account holder number 1 and who is the account holder number 2. Account holder number 1 will have the priority higher to execute his or her transactions prior than the account holder number 2's transaction. But that sort of resolve may not take place in case of file processing system. So this 40,000 plus 40,000 may get withdrawn from the account in spite of the fact the account was having the balance of 50,000, leaving behind minus 30,000 balance. So that is known as your concurrent access anomalies. Security problems. Different users are having different level of abstractions. Some users can go for select operations only, read only operations only. Some users might be going for insert and read operations, but they cannot do any deletion or updation operations. So this is known as different security measures. So depending upon the login name and password, the user's level of abstraction will be decided. But that sort of security measures, that sort of security problems is very difficult to get implemented in file processing system. So that's why these database systems will work far better compared to the file processing systems or the file systems. So these are the respective issues. We can also go for other issues later on. So these are the main issues on this particular ground. We can say that database systems will be working far better compared to the file systems. Thanks for watching this video.